there ain't any flow. I just had to let you know.
It is a Chamber of Commerce afternoon here in the Peach State of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, flag 25. Joker. Hey, watch it. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. 36. He's coming. We got double up. Ready to go.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And, whoa, he's going to hope that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready, 280. Check Mike 54. Defense wins championship.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Check. Here we go, D. Here we go, 46.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. We're going to 54. 45 Mike. Watch the slant.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready, you ready? Mike 54. Come on, watch the eye.
Play action. It's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket.
And he's going to go down again.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A first down carry by Elliott. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Right here, right here. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Check, check, check.
A first down carry for Smith. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Right 25. 54. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Check. Crunch. 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 Under 51. Down. 10. Slant. Slant.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, South.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't. Ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Give him 9 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And the Cowboy first down.
Screen, watch the screen. Go to 54, go to 54. Ryan. Check, 45, come on. Go. Let's go, we got this, we got this. 45, 45. Here we go, kill. Here we go.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The run by Elliott, a good one on 1st down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? you make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old-school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott, escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do it.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is taken at the 23, and he'll be out right at the 35. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Elliott, pretty move. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. In trouble, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
.44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 59, ready. Ready to go.
Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's see what you got. Check the backer, check the backer.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 2nd and 9, Ryan looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
At the 42-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I got him. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Jim.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And this one complete to Smith. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
You go tight. You got tight.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, the pressure pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 22. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan, he's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons' 30-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Make these babies crawl all the way back, huh?
Run for Pollard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.